10 more mistakes. I went to walk with my mum. This is not correct. Somebody has put the verb and 2 plus infinitive. The expression which we use to walk, we don't often say to walk. We usually say to go for a walk. Yeah, to go for plus the noun, to go for a walk. To go for a drive, by the way, as well. To go for a walk, to go for a drive. So, this should be I went for a walk. Not to. I went for a walk. Okay? Number 2, he had got nightmares. Now, it is true that have got and have are the same when we're talking about possession. I have a car, I have got a car. I have 2 brothers and 2 sisters. I have got 2 brothers and 2 sisters. It's the same. But when you're dealing with expressions like have nightmares, have a good time, have a party, you cannot use have got with these expressions because it's not like possession. So you cannot say had got nightmares. You need to say he had nightmares or he has nightmares in present tense. The same with he has a good time. The same with he has dinner. You can't say he's got dinner. You can't say he's got a good time. You can't say he's got any of the other have expressions, and there are many. So please don't use have got with some of these have expressions like have nightmares, have dinner, have a good time, have a party. Yeah, I have got a party. You could say I've got a party on Monday or something like that. That's possible, I suppose. People would use it, but it still sounds much better to say, we'd have to say we are having a party at the moment. You can't use have got in that situation. Okay, number 3, a safety place. Simple mistake here, just this is a noun, safety. It's not an adjective. Safe is the adjective, safe, a safe place. Okay, number 4, he didn't want to stay her alone. This mistake is a mistake with leave and stay, and they are different verbs. Leave is the verb which means go, and it means maybe you forget your keys when you go to work. You leave your keys at home, and you can also leave people somewhere. Maybe you go to the pub and you forget your kids in the pub, and so you leave your kids in the pub. Okay, number 5, the police is too violent. Police, please use the plural form. The police are too violent. It's just an example. It's not my opinion. But please use are. Number 6, when I was a pupil, I should wear a uniform. Now, the problem here is with the modal. Should is used for advice and opinion. It is not used for obligations. This is an obligation. Now, if I'm talking about this is obviously in the past because we've said was anyway, and it's in the past for me. If I'm talking about past obligations, I must use had to. I can't use must because there is no past form of must. I have to use had to. Don't use should for these past obligations, but a lot of students try to. So when I was a pupil, I had to wear a uniform. Okay, number 7, very common mistake. All people were enjoying their flight. Now, I hear this every day. All people, we don't usually say this. We might say all the people on the plane, all the people on board. But if you just want to say everybody, then that's the word we usually use. So it could be all the people, but it could also be everybody was. Remember that everybody is not were, but everybody was enjoying their flight. So please try and use everybody and not all people. If you're going to use all people, you need to say all the people who. Yeah, really, that sounds like the most natural way to use all people. We just don't. It's too vague. It's too unclear. Who are all people? Everybody makes it clear. You mean everybody who was there. So just use everybody if that's what you want to do. Number 8, her experience contains working in many countries. Contain is when you have a box and you talk about what it contains, or any kind of container, any kind of box or unit for holding things, for carrying things, maybe even a bag. What does the bag contain? but you can't say her experience contains. You could say her experience consists of working in many countries. Consists of. But I think we'd probably usually say includes here. So there's a couple of possibilities there. Consists of working in many countries or includes. Okay, and consist of we'll often use for what something is made up of, what something contains, but not in the physical sense. Yeah, this would be used for the metaphorical sense. It's not something you can touch, so it consists of working in many countries and perhaps something else. Okay, number 9, he has to really good speak English. He has to speak English and then put this at the end and make it an adverb really well. Okay, very common mistake. You could say he has to speak good English. It's quite chatty English. I don't think it's as well as he wants to speak. It's not as good as he wants to speak English really well. So I would just say it like that. Okay, last one, number 10. In a few years we can teach how to clone people. It's a mistake with this verb. I hope you remember the difference between learn and teach. A teacher teaches and a student learns. So we don't know how to clone people at the moment, I assume. And in a few years maybe we can learn how to clone people. Okay, thanks for watching. If you have any questions about these mistakes, please put them under the video and I will be delighted to answer them. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you all soon.